Hello, hello, welcome to the Mystic Path. This is going to be your twin flame update, okay? We're going to use, at the end, the secret language of life for a healing message for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And we're going to use the energy oracle and the Delos Tarot major arcana cards for the male divine masculine energy. We're going to use the Starseed Oracle and the Delos Tarot major arcana for the feminine energy. And then we're going to use the miniature Delos Tarot full deck for any clarification. Okay. So, let's get into it. All right, so let's get the energy for the divine masculine. For those watching, please, Spirit. For those watching, divine masculine inner current energy. Okay. Oh, door to romance. Okay. Divine masculine, place on his journey. Place on his journey, the divine masculine. Divine masculine on his journey. Where is he on his journey? The DM. Where is he on his journey? Okay. Twice now, the Fool. Okay. Let's see, what is the divine... So the divine masculine energy is door to romance and the Fool. So he's ready to start anew, it seems. What is the energy of the divine feminine? What is the energy currently of the divine feminine? Oh, that was fast. Whale and orca elders, share your song. Frequency of sound, diving deep. Okay. Okay. Where is the divine feminine on her journey? Okay, that was quick. Ooh, the magician. Okay, what is connecting them? What is connecting them? What is connecting? Okay. I'm gonna, for the connecting energies, I'm gonna pull from this deck. Apparently there is a card in here. What is the connecting energy right now of the DM and DF? What is the connecting energy of the feminine and the masculine? Okay, evolution. Well, that's not a bad card to have in connecting them. Right? It looks like the divine masculine here is ready to start a new journey in love and romance. The feminine, it looks like, is just focused on her magic. Okay. Interesting also, the Divine Masculine got the Fool for where he is in his journey, which is the 0 card. The start of the journey is the Fool. And the Magician is the next card in the deck, the Magician, the number 1 card. So I feel like what I'm hearing right here is the Divine Feminine is still a step ahead of the Divine Masculine. Okay. What's connecting them? What's connecting them? What's connecting them on this journey right now? Currently, oh, the Hierophant. Okay, so they're evolving, and what's connecting them is their spiritual connection, their telepathy, I'm hearing. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So let's clarify this new beginning. For the Divine Masculine, he wants a new beginning in romance here. With the Divine Feminine, I'm hearing, what's the story going on? Clarify what's going on with this Divine Masculine. Got 2 cards so far. Anything else? Clarify. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords and the Star. Okay, so what I'm getting is he wants a new beginning with the Divine Feminine. He's ready to communicate and start healing with the Star. He wants to heal whatever is not right here in this connection. He wants this new start. He's ready to communicate, it appears. Okay, what about the Divine Feminine? Clarify the Divine Feminine. Clarify where she's at. It looks like she is diving deep, connecting to her ancestors and elders. 2 of Wands is for her, okay. Anything else? Oh, too many cards. Anything else? Okay, so the Divine Feminine right now, she's still a step ahead of the Masculine, it feels like. They're both evolving, but it seems she's evolving at a faster rate than him. Anything else for her? Anything else for the Divine Feminine to clarify? I think there's nothing else, because this 2 of Wands, he's ready for this new beginning. He's ready to communicate, heal this, and move forward with her. She's focused on evolving. She's more mature than the Divine Masculine, it feels like. And she's still trying to decide. She's focusing on her journey, her gifts, growing, addicted to self-growth, I just heard, okay? She's always in connection with the other side of the veil. She's diving really deep to grow and become, okay, so this is what I'm getting. She is evolving at a rate much faster than the Divine Masculine. He is still focused on, like, I just need a new beginning with her and then everything will be okay. But she knows better than that, right? And so she's really now focusing on becoming who she's meant to be. She's following her soul path. She's really diving down into her gifts, getting deep with these whales here. She connects to the other side of the veil a lot with her ancestors. She's using her gifts to help others. And so she still can't decide. This Two of Wands is like, she's made it. Okay. It's not that she can't decide. She's decided, right? Because you can see she's decided. She's holding a wand. She's got the world in her hands. She's evolving. She's ready to use her gifts to help others and be who she's meant to be in the world. But the divine masculine still lingers there behind her. It's like she can't fully let go of him for some reason. Okay, so all right. So why is the feminine, what energy, why is the feminine afraid to fully let this go? And a message is anxious to come out because they told me to switch decks, and then obviously all those cards have fallen. Right? So why can't she fully let the divine masculine go? Okay. Baby steps, the courageous peony. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So that's why. Okay. So basically, she has a calling, the divine feminine. For those of you watching, whichever you are, energy does not have a gender, right? So there are male gendered people that have a lot of feminine energy. There are female gendered people who have dominant masculine energy, right? So listen to the energies I'm talking about and apply it as it needs to be applied. And a reminder, every single one of us, no matter what we identify as, have both energies, masculine and feminine, right? And we need to balance the yin and the yang within us to grow and be self-actualized, right? So this is what I'm getting. The divine feminine knows she's meant to be, okay, the divine feminine is meant to be some kind of spiritual teacher. She knows this, and she's slowly moving in that direction, right? She's slowly taking on the responsibility. Like, she knows she has gifts. She connects to the veil all the time. She does deep, deep work on a regular basis. For those of you feminines, I hope this is resonating. But she's taking baby steps into like putting her gifts out into the world to help others. She still feels a little protective about it for whatever reason. And so she holds on to this idea of like, well, maybe the masculine's going to heal and everything's going to be okay. And then he's going to come back and then I can just go with him and I don't have to do all of this, right? But she wants to do all of this. It's just she's waffling in her courage. Okay? So let's get on the journey still. What is connecting the divine masculine and the divine feminine? What is connecting the divine feminine right now? King of Wands. Just King of Wands. Oh, I see what's connecting them. Okay, so what I'm noticing here is like all of these amazing gifts, ethereal, beautiful environment, right? For the divine feminine. All of these people have their back to it. Even the divine masculine cards, right? So it's almost like, okay, I hear it. This is what I'm getting. The divine masculine is interesting. Okay, so the divine masculine is evolving, but we already said the divine feminine is evolving at a much faster pace, right? The divine masculine is evolving, but he still has a lot of hard, deep personal work to do, and he's avoiding it. So both, what's connecting the two of them right now is they're both turning their backs on what they know they need to do. Okay, that doesn't mean permanently. It just means resisting. They're both resisting right now action, because the King of Wands is like all about action, right? He's like strong, stable. But what I'm getting is they're taking it, it's like they both have this fantasy, is that if we can just get back together and have this new beginning and heal everything, then that's the only action we need to take, because then everything else will be fine. But in actuality, that's an illusion. The divine feminine and the divine masculine are connected. The only thing connecting them right now is this illusion that they're going to have this happily ever after. And what they're both actually doing is resisting. They're both evolving. She's ahead of him. But these next evolutionary steps, right? This next stage of growth is going to be big for both of them, which also means challenging for both of them. And so it's not that they're like resisting, like, fuck this, right? Well, at least not that I'm feeling. What I'm feeling is it's just this momentary lapse, because there needs to be a little bit more courage here on both of their parts. They need to have the courage to finally let each other fully go and face the next stage of their life. And that's not going to be together. It feels like, let's see. Give me some energy on the divine masculine here for a second, please. How does he feel about... Yeah. Okay, the first chakra came out for the divine masculine, which makes perfect sense, because he still has... So he is starting to evolve, but she's way up here in the spiritual chakras, right? Third eye, crown, and he is still struggling with his base chakra, which is like relationships, security, stability, consistency, finances, okay? And he's resisting doing the deep work there by living in this fantasy of like, if she and I, the last time okay, this is what I'm hearing. The divine masculine energy. The last time I felt really good was when I was with the divine feminine. So he's convinced himself that if he can just get back with the divine feminine, if he can get a new beginning with her, communicate, it's going to heal everything. And then he's not going to have to really go deep in his work because he'll be happy and healed with the feminine. And that's like an illusion. He's resisting doing his base chakra work to evolve to the next thing. And she's resisting leveling up to put her gifts and herself out into the world. So what I'm feeling here is they're both evolving in their own way. They are on two vastly different portions of the journey. And the thing that connects them and keeps them holding on to each other is that they can't let go of this like happily ever after fantasy. Like, we can have this happily ever after fantasy. But, you can't if you're not doing your work. And if she's like in this ethereal, high vibe spiritual place and he's still struggling with base chakra stuff, like even getting back together in a new journey, it will not work because they won't be on the same vibration, right? And so they're not emotional equals. They're not energetic equals at this point. So they both need to let go of this illusion is what I'm feeling. Let's pull a Secret Language of Light healing card for both the masculine and the feminine. And then we're going to wrap it up because I don't really feel like there's too much to say. Because they both need to focus on their growth and their part of the journey and moving forward. Because that is what's best for them. So let's get what's a healing message for the masculine? Okay, grounding is what it is. These all fell out so that grounding could jump out onto my chest, okay? Which would make perfect sense because if he's having base chakra growth and challenges, grounding is a very, very important part of that. So if this is you, divine masculine energy, get barefoot outside. Do some dancing where you move your hips around a lot, right? Take a walk, connect with nature, get your hands in the dirt, garden, plant something, get your feet in the dirt. Connect to Mother Nature, connect to Gaia. Imagine you rooting down into the earth. That will help give you the stability to have the courage to face this root chakra challenges you're having. And then you will evolve. Okay, message for the divine feminine. Soul love. I mean, also, look at what's interesting with both of these cards. Okay. Couple of things here. This is a card of 6. This is a card of 33. 3 and 3 together makes 6, right? Also, look at the mirroring in this card. Look at the light shooting up into the cosmos, right? So the masculine needs to work on grounding, connecting to the earth, working through those base chakra first, awakening initiations to evolve. Then the feminine has already done all of that, and she's grounded and she is aligned and balanced, and now it's time for her to release her energy and healing out into the world. So that's where we're going to leave it, because I feel like there's nothing really left that Spirit wants me to say. Okay, there's one more thing. If this is sad and heartbreaking to you, that like this happily ever after is like an illusion, I understand. I have been there. I have been in separation with my twin flame now for a couple of years, and the scenario is not the same as this, but there are a lot of similarities. Like, I'm evolving at a faster rate than he is. I'm going deeper and deeper into my work, and he resists. So it's similar in that way. And I can just tell you for my own journey that focusing on yourself, healing yourself, becoming a whole, healed, aligned person is a lot of work, and it is challenging, and sometimes it feels like you're never going to make it. But when you do make it and you're in alignment and you're more emotionally balanced and you have all the tools because you've spent years working to get all the tools, it's not as sad, right? Because like, I had to come to the realization that I can't fix my twin, and this is his own journey, just like I'm on my own journey. And the harder we tried to stay connected when we were on two separate parts of the journey, the worse things got between us, because we weren't on the same vibration, right? We weren't communicating, we weren't connected in the proper ways, because I was more in alignment than he was. And so that was very painful to watch and frustrating, and it's hard to watch someone you love just refuse to grow, right? Because especially when you're growing, because you know that the stairs to less suffering is going within and growing and facing the challenges and overcoming them, right? So it's hard to watch someone you really love and care about not want that for themselves. So I understand how heartbreaking this can be, to hear me just be like, oh, well, they're on two separate paths and there's nothing more to say, so I'm not going to continue reading. But I promise you guys, it is in both of your best interests. Sometimes we have to heal, we have to be apart to properly learn the lessons and heal the things we need to heal. And that doesn't mean, like, I haven't lost all hope. That doesn't mean that eventually we won't be on the same vibration and be able to maybe have a new beginning. But right now, that's just not the case. So my energy is better served pouring it into myself, right? Pouring it into my own growth. Working on staying in alignment, working on growing, working on, the things I know I need to work on. So just keep the faith, and just remember, like, the most important part of the twin flame journey is not to be in union with someone else. It's to be in union with yourself. It's to get to know yourself deeply, to love and accept yourself, and to be happy and joyful in that. And when you get to that place, like, I'd rather be alone all day long than be with the wrong person, or to be with the right person at the wrong time, because that is also an extremely painful process, right? So I'm going to leave it there. Divine masculines, ground. Divine feminines, love yourself and be confident enough in yourself. Be courageous and confident to share with the world. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.